Evening, everybody, and welcome to MCC UK.
Hiya.
Hope everybody's doing fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got some chatting. So anybody want to volunteer to do the chat?
I don't mind. I don't mind doing some chat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Unless you want to, Mark.
No. I'm happy to sit back. I've still got a bit of a cough from the cold left over, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I've got Mark's hobbies in first. Is that the same for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mark's hobby says, hi, one and all. Gillian says, good evening, Dave, Mark, Danno, Horlixs, Josh, and everyone in the chat. So,
Hi, Gillian.
Hi, Gillian. Hi, Mark. Gillian says, good evening, Mark's hobbies. D. Harris says, evening to Geordie.
Hi, D.
D says, evening, Mark's hobbies. D says, evening to Gillian. Athol says, evening, folks. I am within hearing range as trying to clean my lounge window now that the sun has been replaced by a low cloud. Hi, D, Gillian, Mark, and the panel. So, yeah, hi, Athol.
Hi, Athol.
Hi, Athol.
And hi, D. D says a good evening to Athol. Gillian says good evening to Athol. Gillian says good evening, D. Dave Builds says good evening, Geordie, Danno, Mark, and Horlixs. So good evening, Dave.
Hi, Dave, Matt.
D says a good evening to Dave Matt. Dave Matt Builds says good evening, Mark's hobbies, Gillian, D, and Athol. D Harris says a good evening to Mark, Danno, and Alex. So yeah, and Gillian says good evening to Dave Matt Builds. And there we go for the moment.
Okay. All right. So we'll go down cameras and we'll go around and see what people are doing.
Cool.
Right.
All right. We'll hit. We'll go Mark first, since he's next to this.
So over the weekend, I've been cleaning my old R2D2 and been sorting out some of the electrics. Still works, which I was surprised at, but the head's not rotating properly, so I'm going to be working on that tonight.
All right. And Danno?
Well, I'm going to finish what I started last week, and I've got another kit here to do. If I've got time.
Danno's getting into the Gundams. Maybe the third one now.
Yep.
Crafter Horlixs.
Okay, so I'm going to be finishing, or not finishing, continuing on with my little book nook I was doing. I've not done anything. Still wasn't here last week, so I've not done anything since. But yeah, I'm going to be carrying on with this, and I've noticed actually, because it's been a while since I've done this, that's fully dried now that I did in there. So yeah, that looks really cool. So yeah, just going to be carrying on with this.
Brilliant. So right, well, I'm doing a plastic model this week. I painted it. This is the Bolton Pole Defiant Mark 1. I'm doing it as a night fighter. White black. So I'll put this clear coat on, and then it'll be ready for decals and the undercarriage and everything that we put on it. So that's what I'm up to tonight.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a plastic kit actually.
Well, so you're not tempted to put a little micro light behind that bottle and light it up?
Which one? Oh, the bottle.
Yeah.
I did think about it, but this one's lit up here,
Right.
so I thought it might be a bit too much. But I can always add later on. I'll see what it looks like when it's all done and lit up, and yeah, I can always add stuff.
Yeah.
So a drink of lemonade.
Athol says the bottle looks like prune juice Horlicks, thickened up and useful for innards reclamation.
Yeah. Right, so I need 315.
Yeah, I managed to get this powered up again because I lost the power adapter.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had a universal adapter. So what I did was found the right, obviously, port to go in there, and then started it off on its lowest voltage, which I think was 3 volts, and just kept upping it until it did the wake up mode. And I figured out in the end it's 12 volts for the wake up mode for the power adapter.
Okay, cool.
So I was like, right.
You still got the app on your phone?
I didn't, but you can still get the app.
I've got the app on.
You can still download it because of the because Fan Home have re-released it, haven't they? So
yeah, I was going to say I think they've updated the app slightly as well.
Yeah, there's a few more sounds.
Is it? Ooh, Danny, you'll have to download the app.
Yeah.
He makes a few more sounds than he originally did.
I've actually never used it. It's just mine. It just sits in my living room.
It works.
Oh yeah. But I've got,
I think. Have you got the adapter and everything there for it?
somewhere.
It works because it was. I last checked it before giving it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's that? So a little bit more chat. So Athel says, evening to Geordie, Danno and Dave and Matt. Ian says, a very good evening all. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well.
Ian.
Ian says, hope you're all doing well. Yeah, thank you. Athel says, Mark is doing a down cam of Dusty Bin. And Ian says, all right, Danno, Dave, Mark, and Alex. So, yeah, hi, Ian. Hope you're doing well.
It's actually been quite nice working on this again because just had a really good time when I built it. And I built this before I started my YouTube channel, so I remember playing Guess the Screw.
Yeah. Yeah, that R2 was my second. That I owned anyway. My first one was the 3D printer, but that was my mate's, and then I had a bug for it from there.
Right.
My first official build was the DeLorean.
Okay, I'll check the chat because I've got nothing to do now. D. Harris goes, evening, Mr. C. Ian Carmel goes, Alex, all good, thanks. Nice to have time to do some stuff around the house.
Yeah.
Ian goes, Alex, I think Queen is on the bandstand in August along with the air show.
Yes. I do have a couple of things on in August, but I don't think it crosses over with the air show, so I think we're good there.
Ian goes, hi to D. And Dave Matt goes, I hope you remember where the screws go, Mark.
Oh, yes. Well, as the game when you were building this was Guess the Screw, does it really matter?
Oh, yes, I remember that.
I've got some screws in here that are wrong. Thing about this, I look at this now. I wish I knew half the stuff I know now when I built this.
Ian goes, cool, Alex, we'll get in touch and see you at the bandstand.
Yeah, definitely.
And is that Sir How and Restaurant? This is Fast Fingers, sorry.
Air show.
Air show.
Yeah, bandstand, air show and restaurant.
Fast Fingers, sorry, he said. I usually just believe predictive text when that happens.
My predictive text don't even work. It still gives me wrong. Like, well, it's just not the wrong spelling, just completely the wrong words.
clean this brush while it's don't want the brush to go hard. Let's see what that's doing. I was just before I came on, I was playing Batman Arkham on request free.
Oh yeah, is it good?
Yeah, bloody it's hard.
What have you got to
Yeah,
do?
I've got a. I've been playing it for ages, so I'm still in sort of thingy. So I'm in still the first. Got to free the hostages. I've already freed one lot of hostages. I'm now into a thing where I've got these four bodies, and you punch it and everything, and you need a bigger room. You're scared in case you're gonna hit something in the house. You never realise how you're moving about when you're punching. Can't punch people. But I got killed.
No.
So return to stage because you've got these people coming to figure. You've got to grab your go to your wrist and press a button in a sequence to grab your bat thing and throw it. And I think I'm trying to do it too quick. So, but I've got this other one I'm downloading, an Egyptian one, Agoth 2. Where you go through all the tombs and all that, and you fight mummies, and it's like a quest one where you got to pick up things and make potions and stuff like that.
Bit more chat, well, quite a bit of chat actually. Ian says, Julie and I are off to Canada in 10 days, so looking forward to it. All Partwork orders have been completed, so time to take it easy. Fantastic. Ed Hughes says, evening all.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Ed.
Yeah.
Ian says hi to Ed. Ed says hi to Ian. Mark's Hobbies says hi, Dee, Gillian, Dave, and Athol. Ian says, you okay, Ed? Athol says, channel hopping time, evening Horlixs, Ian Campbell and Ed Hughes. Mark's Hobby says, one of my wires has broke on my R2D2. Oh, what a shame. Ian Campbell says, hiya, Athol. Ed says, oh, good here, Ian. Still no power. How are you and Julie? Ed says, hey, Athol. Ian says, no power. Wow, need to get my dad around, him being a former electrician. And Ed says, they called Monday and said they haven't got the parts. I have some power in the house. Main thing is no power to the shed, no model making. Oh, that's not good. I'll be out buying a generator. Ian says, it's not good enough though, is it, Ed? And he says, enjoy your holes, Ian.
Yeah. Well, most people know we go to Canada for the holidays instead of America, with Mr. Trump being in charge of that place.
Yeah. I haven't been to Canada, but my friend at work, whenever she used to go, she's not going anymore. They used to bring me back some maple syrup. Love maple syrup. and especially the stuff from Canada. But it's just, yeah, I don't know what it is about maple syrup. And they do these amazing biscuits. If you like maple syrup as well, they do amazing biscuits called Mr. Maple. And they're like an orange box. They're like custard creams, but in the shape of a maple leaf, and it's got like a maple cream in them.
Oh, nice.
They're recommended if you like maple and you like biscuits. Yeah, we had a funny power cut today, to be fair, at work. We got to work this morning. Half the warehouse had power and half didn't. It was really odd. But we learned to do it like on a 3-phase system.
Works around the way it works.
We lost 2 phases out of 3. So that's why things were a bit intermittent and things were humming, and it was really strange. Like, turn the lights on, but they would hum, but there wasn't. Yeah, it was just odd.
Okay.
That day in Ellen Square, half the Ellen Square was off. So one half was on, and the other half was off.
Yeah.
We're getting power surges or something. Power getting off all over.
Yeah. It was weird. Like, literally, like, you go into the warehouse and it was all normal. Lights were on. The odd socket was not on.
Yeah.
I was like, how is that even possible? Like, we've either got power or we haven't. And then you go further down the warehouse and it got dark and it was in pitch black because the lights weren't working. Then we went to the other unit. We got like three units on the estate. Went to the other unit. There was no power at all, apart from the entrance way. The lights worked there, and we've got an electric shutter. And when you pushed the button, it was struggling. It was humming, but it wouldn't work. And it was just really odd. And it's because we were on a 3-phase system. I think 2 of the 3 phases were gone, so there was some power getting in, and just the way it was all wired up, it was just really strange.
Okay, Ed Hughes says, my son told me to get a generator for the shed as well. Too much money from the model. And Ian Campbell goes, thanks, Dave. We'll post some pics. Dave will be doing America as well. Trump, with the losses on the trading market, has already lost around 70k in pensions. Ooh.
Oh, America. That's on my bucket list to go there. I need to go. I want to do all the theme parks. Like, yeah.
And Ian goes, Ed Hughes, would a petrol generator help? And Mark's hobby goes, the lightsaber one.
Oh, the lights. Oh, God, they were notorious, them wires for breaking.
Aye. That's the one that pops the lightsaber up in it.
I remember a lot of people at the time having problems with them. On, the first run when we built it. Mine was fine though, because I actually put hot glue on mine. Get the wires, so.
I think a lot of people do not.
Yeah.
I was just super careful with it, mate. There goes 6 Flags it is then, Alex?
No, I couldn't. Do you know what worries me about it? I've said this to a few people. I'm probably worrying about nothing, but, well, one, can't afford it. It's like you need to win the lottery to go somewhere like that, especially like if you want to do all the parks and everything, it adds up. But it's the whole tax system over there, because you got to like give tips everywhere and tax loads. And I'm like, if I'm on a budget, I'm not going to be able to just, give people $50 here, there, and everywhere. Like, I think it's just going to be far too expensive. But then I was thinking, like, if you're in a theme park, it's probably not quite like that, because I guess you wouldn't tip at a theme park if you were getting fast food. But I don't really know. Like, I've seen that they've got a brand new theme park opened up over there, or coming. Universal's Epic Universe. That looks amazing. But
I've only just been to one theme park, and that was Florida.
Oh, really?
But that was all years ago, back 1981 or something, and it wasn't expensive then.
Yeah, it's one of them things on my bucket list that I would love to do, and I just can't afford to do it. Not with minimum wage job,
Nice country to visit, massive. I could have lived out there.
Yeah,
because I was staying with I was staying with my auntie out there, and I was working at the post office back home, and I was on a month's leave to go, and I could. My uncle was in the US Air Force. My mom's sister married an American, and he could have got us a job out there, and I could have stayed out there. But my parents were, no, we want you to come home. You've got a good job at home. Half the time I wish I'd stayed out there.
I know. Honestly, I'd love to see it all. And the problem is, though, like, no, not a problem. I was going to go years ago when I was at school. Like, my best friend at school at the time, him and his family were going to Epcot, Universal Studios, all of that, and they invited me. And my mum and dad at the time, they didn't have much money, but they managed to find the money, and I was due to go with my friends and family and everything. My friend's family. I was so buzzing, and unfortunately, and I don't, it's understandable completely. My friend's sister had to have a back operation, so it meant that if we were to carry on with the holiday, she would have been confined to a wheelchair, and it's not somewhere you go not being able to do anything, so quite rightly they made the decision to cancel it. So that was my little bit of hope, and it couldn't happen, unfortunately. So and here we are today.
When I went over there, I went to Memphis, visited Elvis Presley's house.
I just want to go to Vegas. Not to gamble, because I don't gamble.
Just have a look about.
Well, there is a Titanic thing over there as well, and the big piece is over there. So,
my brother's son went to Vegas boxing. He had a competition in Vegas. Okay, right. Ed Hughes. Hopefully everything's sorted by the end of the week. Hopefully, Ed Hughes. If not, I can sort a generator for you, mate. And Ian goes, Alex, I did it 25 years ago. Went all the parks at Definitely go if you can, mate.
Oh, no. I don't. Do you know what? I don't think it'll happen. But yeah, maybe one day. But yeah, I'll bet it's amazing. I keep watching all the YouTube videos on them all, and it's just like, oh my god, wow. Right, I've seen like the Star Wars land, and you can make your own lightsaber and all that stuff, and yes, it looks amazing. But...
And D Harris goes, I might give the theme parks in this year. 18 of us go in this year, but only 2 blokes, too many women to listen to.
Oh wow. Maybe I should come over and meet you, D. We'll have a day at the theme park together. I can probably do that. That's affordable, Spain.
And Mark's Hobbies. I can't even fix it. I don't know how to. He's on about that or two.
Should be fairly easy if you can solder it.
Well, I finished the one that I started last week.
Yeah. Oh, right. I'll bring you a full screen, Danno. Find you.
There we go. Okay.
Oh wow.
So now I'm going to start on this one.
He's got to have a Gundam collection now.
Have you done another one yet, Geordie, since the other one?
No. No. I was hoping. I was told to Josh the other day at work, and I said, "Was on the night I've put the thing out for him. I was hoping he'd pop in the night because he's got that challenger I give him to finish." I might pick up another one. I'm meeting Danny in the town tomorrow, so I might have a look in
Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet.
Danno's down there.
Trouble is, when I do one, Robert pinches it. What was that, Mark, about an army?
I think Danno's trying to build an army now.
Well, when you will go to war, I'm getting prepared to do it all up.
I could have done one of them while I'm waiting for this stuff to dry.
I think I probably need to watch the animated season.
Series.
Yeah. See what I can
What's
get.
that?
I don't know. That's the thing. I know it's like Chinese anime.
Gundam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's more American. You can watch the programs because the Americans are massive into the Gundams.
Yeah.
So what, you need to go on one of the American networks?
I would have thought so, yeah.
I don't know if it's on Sky or anything like that. Like when they.
I've not seen it on Sky. Maybe it's not on HBO or something.
Yeah.
D. Harris says, well, Alex, September the 4th, I'm there for 2 weeks, and you know where my hotel is?
Yes, I do. That was funny, yeah, because I was trying to, last time I went, I said about meeting up, and it all got, I don't know, it was all a bit, I think you were busy or out with something, and I just happened to be walking down the road and bumped into him in the street. I thought, hello. It was so unplanned. It was plans, but not plans, and I bumped into him on the road.
That all goes, I thought Danno was building gnomes for the allotment. Good idea. We'll have a Gundam army in the allotment.
Apparently, you can watch Gundam on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
We did a charger.
Well, you don't got Prime in?
I've got Prime, but sometimes, even though you remember the charger.
Yeah, I
Premium.
that.
Prime Premium now, isn't there? There's another layer to it, and yeah, it's on Prime Premium.
Yeah. So I'll probably give it because I've got Prime Premium. But it's sometimes that you go watch a film and they go, oh, it's $5.99.
Is that when it's new ones out though?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, that's because you're hiring it.
Yeah, I pay enough for them.
And it used to be everything included, and then you've changed it. I got greedy again.
Look at it now; they're all full of adverts.
Okay.
Or you can pay the privilege to not have adverts, but it costs you more. Why?
Why? It's getting
What
too
do you pay now? I pay the lowest for Netflix, and I've got the one with ads. And I've seen about, I've had it, 3 or 4 months, and I think I've seen about 6 adverts.
Are you? I've been watching 2 series of Batman's bloody
Pennywise.
2 series of that, and I would say about two adverts in every show. And I've been watching that Black Lightning, and I've seen about 1 advert in every show.
Yeah, for some reason I'm not getting many at all.
The quick adverts compared to what you get on normal television.
Yeah.
You get a few before it starts, then it'll break, and maybe it's 1 quick advert, and boom, that's it. You're not getting about 3.5 minutes of adverts like when you're waiting in between shows in this country. Like in between coronation and all that. Not that I want. No.
That's something I do miss, not having a Virgin box or Sky box anymore. I can't pause adverts or fast forward through them. That's the only thing I miss. We don't miss any of the channels because we're just not watching them.
Yeah, I'm looking at the way the prices are going up. I'm looking at maybe once we contractors up dropping it.
Yeah, there's enough channels on Freeview now to not need it, or you can just do what a lot of people do, and that's just, instead of paying for TV, pay for streaming services, and you can watch them wherever you want.
I know. I was looking at doing what I wanted to watch. I used to watch Walking Dead, and then obviously when everything happened, with before, I lost track of it. Like, obviously stopped watching it at that point, and I want to go back to it, and I can't remember where I was, but I was going to start from the beginning again, but I think I can only get it on Disney, I begrudge paying a subscription for Disney.
And I've just dropped Disney.
Yeah, I'm the same with the Walking Dead. The last time I watched it was when Nico thing was in it with his baseball bat, and he whacked one of them.
Oh yeah.
And then he went on a break.
Yeah, I've watched quite a lot past that. Negan.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm going to have a look on Amazon. I'll get the whole box set. 150 quid. I was like, what? So, yeah, but that's Blu-ray. So, I'm going to, my birthday in June, so I'm going to treat myself for my birthday, I think. And then I'm going to sit and, me and James are going to sit and watch them all from the beginning.
But then you've got like the spin-offs as well, the Fear the Walking Dead, and then you've got another one. I think there's another 2 or 3 out.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with those, mines. It's going to take me about 2 years to get through.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Hey, next time I'm going to get all this done before the show.
Yeah.
Just sitting here day and out. I'm just waiting. Can't even turn it over because it's sticky still. Now what you mean, Mark, when you say you're stuck and you're waiting for stuff to dry?
Yeah.
Basically, just put a clear coat on this, and it's can't even turn it over and do the other side because
You're using acrylics. I'm going to say they won't take that long to dry, but
you know, you don't want to touch it in case it's not because you put your finger marks on it.
yeah.
So just have to leave it. Next time I think I'll do it a couple hours earlier, then I can work on it.
Oh,
What's about?
yeah.
I literally for a week I had that cold. I could not work on anything that involved glue or paint because it just set my chest off.
It's horrible, isn't it? It's just like everything. I've got, and then with that, and I've got a back issue. I'm really struggling just to sit down for like more than an hour without aggravating. I've been referred. I've got my letter through from the NHS, but it's just I'm just waiting for them to write again. But it's just that I don't know. I think that's me done. Not like I don't know. I'm 38 years old, and I think that's it for me.
Well, I'm waiting for the machine to help us sleep. with the sleep apnea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got it severe.
Yeah, I remember you saying. Are you actually getting a machine then?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to. I'm just waiting for the letter off them so I can go get fitted for it.
It's the mask they fit you for.
Yeah, and then they've got to set the machine up so that you've got your right. Because and the lad I look after at work, he has a one. Not that he uses it, but so I know what the machines are like.
And how long till Gillian turns around and says, that bloody noise has kept me up all night?
So the new ones aren't noisy. The one that the lads, if I get the same like type, the one that the lad at work's got, you can hardly hear it.
But then if she has to sleep through your snoring, Geordie, then yeah.
I suppose that's going to be better because I won't. It'll stop the snoring.
Yeah, work's got one, and he's just recently had a new one. He had his original one for years, and he's just got given a new one, and he said it's so much quieter than his old one ever was.
Apparently, if you're having trouble sleeping or whatever, you can actually put like a lavender scent booster near it, and you'll get the smell of lavender to help you sleep.
It's better than the other. I've seen some videos coming up on when you scroll through TikTok of like people with these big industrial pat machines, and like they're breaking wind in it, and then it goes straight through into the masks.
Oh God! Don't give Danno ideas.
It's not me going to wash me, Robert.
It's got to just be weird sleeping with a mask on.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get used to it, but I think yeah, you get a better night's sleep hopefully. And
well, I've got the Apple Watch now there, and it measures my sleep. And that keeps putting that comes up and tells you when that's your breathing speed figgy, and I never go into a deep sleep
Oh,
because every night you look, you know, it gives you an analysis of your sleep,
yeah.
and I never go into a deep. I don't go into a deep sleep, and that's probably because I'm getting woke all the time with snoring. So I'm in like core sleep or REM sleep.
Just catch up with this chat. D says, party time on arrival. Daughter turns 30 that day. The missus is 50, and we married 30 years.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, triple party then.
Yeah. 31 years for me and Gillian this year. It is 31 years.
What?
We married this year.
Do you not even know?
No.
Well, you must be stupid if you don't know. Yes. Yes, it is.
We realised and I forgot.
Aye.
Geordie, don't let the side down.
What? Don't let the side down.
Yes, you're letting men down by not knowing how many years you've been married.
I do. I said 31. She's the one that's been awkward about it.
I am very tempted to buy one of these and bring it up. But they're like between 100 and 200 pounds.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's a combined airbrush spray brew with paint dryer. So you can put your bits in there that you just painted and it'll dry them quickly.
Much of them?
This one is $183.99.
And how much? And a spray booth will cost you about 90 to 100 pounds. You better off getting off, paying the extra 100 pounds and getting one of them.
Well, yeah. So yeah, you just put your painted parts in there and it dries them. There's some smaller ones at like 98.
Yeah.
But yeah, very tempted. But do I do enough painting to warrant getting something like that?
Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
Athel says, evening Mark's hobbies. D says, if you want a good night's kip, Geordie, night owl.
What, even when you got sleep apnea?
D says, over the counter in chemist, and he said, use a hairdryer. Well, I have a heat gun.
What taking paint off the living wood?
Yeah, but it's actually what I bought from Macklin's, and I use it for doing heat shrink.
We'll have a crafting budgie mama in.
Hi, Tasha.
Hi, Tash.
Says hi, Horlixs, Mark, and Crnr, and everyone in chat. Hi, Tasha. And Ed Hughes goes, hi, crafting budgie mama.
I was sick and tired of doing heat shrink via a lighter.
So you bought that.
Yeah. I got it from Macklin.
Bit heavy duty because I used for taking the paint off the wood.
So yeah, I got it from Macklin. It was about £15, but at least I'm not running the risk of burning my fingers with a lighter on heat shrink. And it's brilliant bit of kit.
And D. Harris goes, no, Mark, dry paint, not removing it a lot. And Crafting Budgie Mama goes, hi, Ed.
You know what it's like with heat shrink, Horlicks, when you burn it.
Yeah.
You run the risk of burning the wires.
Well, the other night I goes, oh, I've got this paint that gets sprayed, so I used the undercoat, you know, that big can of stuff like what you've got, Horlixs.
Oh yeah.
The high coat.
Aye.
Yeah.
So I did it in the kitchen. And then
Gillian went mad at you.
no, well, Gillian says, well, you know, I opened the window, do it in the kitchen, and then she come in later and she goes, I'm getting high on that bloody paint.
It's good stuff, isn't it? That's the stuff that Lindsey recommended.
Yeah, I've got some.
I told you I would have went outside and sprayed it. It would have been a nice day. Oh, I didn't trail downstairs, just ate in the kitchen. So later on, I've done the black as well in the kitchen, and so that made it smell even worse.
What you need, Geordie, is like a little greenhouse you can do it in your kitchen and with a vent on it.
No, just a spray booth.
Or do it down the allotment.
Eh?
Or do it down at the allotment.
Got the electric? Well, rattle cans, yeah. I could take down a lot of rattle cans. No,
Next year, put a mini greenhouse in your garden just so you can do spraying in.
Yeah. Your neighbours are going to like that.
Put it under the window.
There's a big bloody football bloody net out there, man.
You know.
Ed Hughes says, what Gundam you building, Danno?
Look at the box. I'm doing this one at the moment.
I'll put you on full screen.
That's the one I'm doing.
I think you're a bit addicted, Danno.
Yeah.
What was the other one you did?
Well, the one that I've just finished was that one. So obviously I've never seen the show, so I don't know if there's on the same side or what. But they're cool.
Dave Mack says, I'm going to say goodnight, guys. I'm up early on tomorrow for Bury Market Day. I'll catch you up on the stream tomorrow. Night all in chat. Night, Dave Mack.
Right,
No.
yeah, man.
Like Dave.
And then Ed Hughes says, nice. My latest is the GN-001 Gundam X. PG-1-60.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, we've got to go shopping tomorrow.
All right. I'll meet Danny in the town tomorrow because he's going to work and I'll go to my mum's. So I'm going to have a look at it. I'm going to look at Forbidden Planet. And then I want to go in the market, look for some plants.
D says night to Dave, and then D says get a wee cheap USB powered airbrush and use a power bank, spray away in the allotment.
I've actually got two of them battery operated airbrushes.
22.
I got one off Peter Webster. And I bought another one. So I do have two. I've got the airbrushes which I could use in the allotment.
I've got one.
I don't want to train with models all the way doing that.
I've got one with a compressor, and I've also got a USB one, but I tend to use the USB one when I'm cleaning it because I can take it into the bathroom.
I've never used it yet. Got two brand new ones there. I've never used them. But with this plane, I just rattle canned it. I had some black rattle can paint, so. Right, can I touch it? No, still can't touch it.
Ooh.
Well, that leaves the front end to do later on. Let's do some more. Something to do. Just do the.
Oh yeah, that's a point. D, I heard of somebody who's finally heard of John Builds iconic miniature models, and apparently at the moment he's packed up his YouTube studio because he needs to get on with getting his new shed in the garden, so that's why he's not been on for a while. Okay, Ed Hughes says, that's me guys, night all. Night, Ed.
Night, Ed.
So yeah, apparently he's packed up his studio and he's hoping to get on with the new workshop in the garden.
I'd be scared to put a workshop in the garden in case the wife broke into it.
Yeah, you don't have a garden though, Geordie. You have an allotment.
If I had a garden, I'd be scared. We used to have a garden. Well, I used to have a big garden.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I wouldn't have put anything. I wouldn't have had a.
Well, a glass greenhouse and it got broken.
Right. I'd want flipping metal. I'd want metal doors on it with the windows on. An allotment is just like a garden, you know. You grow flowers on an allotment.
Yeah, but it's not right outside your back door, is it?
No. Some people's are though. The last that works with Rob. She's got an allotment in Brookshire. She just walks out her back door. She's into an allotment. She's got the other side of the road. There's a road splits it up from her house.
And the ones down the cottages, when you go around the back of the cottages, them ones on the front belong to the cottages.
Yeah.
Also, you might have power to a garden, but you don't have power to an allotment.
No.
We could get power. There's a lamppost outside.
No.
Could get power if I get a generator.
But we'll have to pay for that. We'll have to pay for the lamppost.
Danno, when you're doing that, you're actually tapping into the main grid.
I know.
I know someone who can help.
But there we'll go through that can help.
I know someone who can get you.
If you want to get a long enough way to run to that lamppost.
Where Deed used to live, we know someone. when we used to go, like, we used to have some fireworks sometimes for, you know, firework night. He went over to the lamppost and turned the lamp off. And because he's got the tools to get into them. So, yeah, he's turned the light off in there so we could see the fireworks better.
We'll get a wind turbine and put that in the allotment.
Right.
I've got a fountain run. I have got something running electric in my allotment. A fountain.
Solar powered.
It's solar powered.
It's still electric. Got wires.
What gets me is why has nobody invented a solar power remote control? Wouldn't that just solve everybody's problem if your remote control was solar powered?
No, because then you have to have it out next to the window all the time to charge up.
I've got a solar powered radio.
So in the winter wouldn't work.
I've got this radio here. It's solar powered and radio.
And it makes a weird noise.
Well, or you put on an emergency.
You walk into the lock to the bottom of the allotment, and Robert sets it off. Makes it jump in my skin.
Oh, I need to take my pills.
Okay, right. Now I'll come around and see what people are. So we'll start with more.
So I've taken the R2 apart, and I've actually just taken this apart as well, and cleaned and re-oiled the gears that are in here. So this is for the head mechanism to move, and then now I just need to put it back in the R2D2, and then I need to check the clearances on everything to making sure that it's not going to hit anything as it goes around. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Okay, Danno.
Well, I've started on my second one. I've got the head done and some of the other bits. I'm working on the hand at the moment. For some reason, it's not going in.
That's handy.
Yep, I've got two hands. One's an open hand and one's a fist. So I'm trying to figure out how it goes in the hole. Just keep dropping out.
And Horlixs.
Yeah, so sorry, I was just doing my pills. Yeah, I've done a bit more. Obviously, I've glued this back here. I've built up the fireplace. And building a grandfather clock, which is actually going to go.
What they're like, a fancy building one.
Pardon?
What they're like to build, are they good?
Yeah, really, yeah, they're quite good. It's a little bit frustrating sometimes because the manual isn't like super clear, but you get to see if you make any mistakes. I mean, this glue is really good because it's good because it glues, but it also, if you want to rip it apart, you can. So, like this part down here, because you've always got to think one step ahead, because as you look at this, you don't want to be seeing any of the light wood. So I actually put this bit round the wrong way, and the light ends were showing out. So I had to rip all this back apart, and change it, and then re-glue it. But this glue allows you to. Yeah. So when you look in, you don't see any of the light wood. So it's quite clever how. Because if you look at it from this way, you can see all the light wood on the backs of everything. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's okay if you take time and study the instructions and sort of look ahead. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Are you finished the other one you were doing with your roommate?
No, that one is. I can show you that. Hang on. That one is literally a labour of love, because the problem with that one is it's not all built for you like this is. Like, all the designs mainly are already printed. You just got to stick stickers on and stuff, and you build the grandfather clock out of wood. With the other one, you have to build everything individually. So I'll show you what I've done so far. Yeah. So everything on here has been built by me. So the sign is wood that I've had to cut this paper out and stick the paper around the wood. All these signs, they're wood, just plain wooden blocks, and then you have to stick paper on and cut it out and make it into like a box, like everything. So yeah, like even the balconies, like individually glued together. You have to wrap the wire, you have to strip the wire, then coil it up, and like it's very hands-on. It's all scratch built. Like even the shutter was a big piece of like corrugated card, and you have to cut it down and fit it to shape, cut the stickers out. But yeah, it's looking pretty cool. I've done one of the lights, and then that's just like a sequin on the top to make it look like a lampshade.
Oh, cool.
So this one's harder, very manual, but it's been a really good build so far. But I think I've still got quite a long way to go on this one. There's a light under there that's going to light this up. There's a light in the shop. It does look pretty cool lit up. I might be able to give you a little sneak preview actually of what it's going to look like, if you bear with. Obviously and it's very, like, even the wiring is all needs soldering at the end. Well, it doesn't. It says to twist it together and then like and then just tape it, but we don't do that. See if I can get any life out of this.
Little battery.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
So that's what we're looking like so far. So yeah, it looks really cool. Like, let me turn this light off, you might get a better. Yeah, it's just like a cyberpunk world, and like, it's got lights in the windows and in the shops and behind they're everywhere.
So there's on the other side when you build the other side, that got the same shops and all that.
Oh, sorry, here.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be slightly different. It's more of these like tower block type things that are going to go in here, and I can't. There's loads more details that are going in. This is probably about halfway through, if that. But yeah, it's been a really good fun build. This is actually the batteries I'm using aren't with this. It's actually off one of the bottle top things. I had a spare one. It uses 3 of these cell batteries, but that we haven't installed it yet because that's on a little circuit board, and you put 3 individual batteries in the circuit board. So So yeah, I've just made that, just found that and thought that I'll do for testing. But, yeah. But I'm really enjoying it. It's quite hard, but like even in here, like,
That's good because it's challenging.
yeah, very. Like even this, like the bottle is made. I had to, like, you put the sticker on the outside, and then I had to glue that little sequin on the top as the bottle lid, and like these are 2 blue beads glued together with a sign round to make it water, and like there's like TV box there that you have to make. So you have to, with your scalpel, like cut out like the box, and then you have to fold it all together and glue the flaps, and yeah, it's all like that. But it's been good, like just sit and chilled really, and taking my time over it. It's taken me quite a long time to get that far.
Cool.
So yeah, that's really that. And then obviously after I finished this one, I'm a sucker for it. I found another one. I found another one, yeah, on TikTok, which I'm going to be doing, which is this one, which we know what that's a representation of.
Harry Potter.
Alley, Gallery Alley.
Yeah. So I've got this one to do afterwards. Again, you get like the wiring kit, get everything with it, all the electrics in there, and just everything you need. Like it all comes in a kit. But these ones are easier because this is going to be more like what I'm doing now with this one, because you've got the painted words. You just slot it all together, and so I think like for you, Geordie, like it's going to be like doing one of your rocker kits, you know, wooden ones, except yeah, basically just like that, but maybe it takes you a bit longer because there's a lot more detail in there. And apparently there's a hidden mechanism that you can twist it and you find hidden treasure or something. I don't quite know what that's about yet, but like you literally build everything you see. Like it's quite detailed. So yeah, and then I'll be buying a fourth one.
That's what I like. Something that can take a good few weeks to build.
One of these definitely. Then. I mean, this one I'm doing. Look how long that's taken me. Well, I've been doing this. Well, I wasn't on last week's show because I was, not well. But I've been doing this 4 weeks, and I'm still not even anywhere near done. I've got so much more to do.
How long do you reckon it would take you to do if you were doing it on screen?
On stream?
If you were just doing it in your own time?
I think, well, this one says...
10 hours? You went straight through?
Here we go. This one's a 4 out of 5 for difficulty. It says 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure on that. Because, I mean, look at it. There's so much detail and everything in here you've got to glue together. I reckon it'll take you 48 hours if you were non-stop. So I reckon this would last you quite a long time if you were to do it just on a stream. I've got loads more to do on mine, There's so much more to do on this one even before I even think about buying another one. I've got to do the fireplace yet. And then you've got like these inserts, see-through inserts.
So you're literally set up for the summer now, getting all these done.
Yeah, so that's going to go in there somehow, and then that's going to be the fire that's going to be lit, and then that'll all be backlit. There's just so much to do on them. So yeah.
Okay, right. Well, and I don't everybody here, but myself. Well, not much on mine. Just Still waiting for this stuff to dry. I'm just gonna then paint the nose bit when I'm not driving. Actually, I don't, because as I say, there's no decals going on the nose bit, so. Right, and then I'll go over the chat and there you go. Jimmy Harron. Alex likes his electrical builds. He's even got an electric shop in the build.
Yeah, that's true.
And we have Lindsey in. Hello, cameras.
Hey, Lindsey.
Lindsey. After all goes, Lord Bacon. Good evening, Lindsey. Lindsey goes, hi, Uncle. Lord Bacon, is that his new name?
No, Lindsey likes eating bacon.
Like she's bacon sandwiches.
He doesn't. I love a bit of bake.
Yep. It's like yesterday I had a bacon sandwich before we went out to the allotment and I just didn't feel hungry the most of the day. Yes, this morning I just had some Weetabix. And by the time I got to the allotment, it was about 10:30. I says I'm bleeding hungry. Yeah, so a bacon sandwich maybe fills you up longer.
Maybe having another one tomorrow.
Yeah, you want to buy?
No.
Yeah, I put another allotment video up the other day, and I've got a one on my phone ready to do soon. And we've now got an allotment TikTok channel,
Yeah, but I put a couple of videos up on that.
and we've now got an allotment Facebook.
Yep.
I've got to start my Batmobile yet. On a laptop due next week. And I need to get in touch with Mike Lane and get the first mod for the beacon.
I've just put in the chat the TikTok and the Facebook as well for the allotment if anybody's interested.
Right. Oh, these all oh yeah, yep. Horlixs. So the next order you've got I know the universe has put the allotment. Horlixs is oh, you put it on Horlixs as well and mine.
Yeah, basically I put it on all of it. I just forgot to change it to individual. I just left it on all. It went to all 3 channels.
Right. I'll mark that. So we're not reading our ammo.
Yeah. One.
How's it doing, Walk?
Getting there.
Put your Titanic lights on. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
After Titanic setting sail. It's coming up to 9:30, Alex.
Yeah, I'm just finishing this bit and then I'm off because I'll end up snoring in a minute. I've had my medication. It's really strong. It sends me off to sleep. So they say to have it at night. I feel my eyes getting heavy.
I'll see what everybody else is doing because, as I say, I can't do no more. So
Yeah, and I've got to get myself sorted for tomorrow.
So Mark's left the desk, so I don't know.
No, I'm still around.
So,
I can stop at any point.
Oh well. I just thought, I'm sitting doing note. Danno's got to go off. Horlixs has got to go off. We might as well close the show about 9:30.
Okay, that's fine. I'll yeah.
Just doing these. I quite enjoy doing these. There's so much detail to put in.
The wrong way. There you go.
I'll carry on working on this tomorrow.
I've just folded my drawer, which I didn't realise I had. Thinking, a set of blades. A knife and blades. Precision craft knife set. Didn't realise I had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Where did they come from?
Yeah. I was just going to the grow searching for brushes, and I guess, well, where the hell does that come from?
Let's get this last piece on.
Okay, we've got Gina's Crafts in, who says good evening. Good evening, Gina.
Hi, Gina. Right, I think I'm done. I've just done these little details here.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
And,
Magnifying glass and a scroll, an open book, a couple of books underneath, and then some of the envelopes.
and Gina's asking you a question, Horlixs. How did the visit go to the studios? Did you get your passport?
Oh, I did, yeah. I've got, show you. So obviously, yeah, I kept my ticket. I kept a receipt. I got one of the butter beers, so obviously got to keep
Oh,
them.
yeah, put Horlixs on full speed. He's going to fill the speed up. Oh,
That's
wrong
me.
word. Wrong word.
Yeah, I got the butter beer.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was really nice. And then we made one of those howler things. So we all sat down and made one of them. So that was good fun. And then yeah, this was the passport. It was the the orange one. And then you go around all the different areas
And get it stamped.
and then you stamp. Yeah, you stamp all the different places and stuff. 9 3/4. That's the platform. Gringotts. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing in there. But the whole place was amazing.
So where is Harry Potter's world?
Diagon Alley there, and it's near Watford. Yeah, and that was the last one, Hogwarts at the end. So yeah, it was good. It was good fun.
Is it expensive to get in, or?
No, it's about 54 quid.
What did that get you? Is that just the tours, or do you pay extra for anything else? Like tasting, obviously, the pub of your food.
Yeah, that's just for the tour. So you go in. I'm not going to tell you much about it because it'll ruin it if you go. But you do the first 15 minutes of the tour is with a tour guide. Some things happen, and then you're let loose once you get through to past the Great Hall. It's then like a museum, and then you can walk around yourself. So yeah, you're paying for your entry, and then obviously food in the cafe, the butter beer. I think this was about 7 quid, but you get to keep the glass though. Yeah, the butter beer was £7.45. You get to keep that, and then obviously you got the gift shop at the end. So yeah, you basically pay 54, and that's your day out. And then
Do you get the passport as you go in, or do you got to buy that?
No, that's free. They're giving them away everywhere.
How can it be butterbeer if it says vegan?
Because it's not real beer.
Well, no, but it says butterbeer, vegan butterbeer. How can it be?
I don't know.
How can it be vegan?
No idea.
Butter's not vegan.
It just means not made out of eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like weird. It's like I can't even explain it. It's almost like iron brew, but not. It's not iron brew. It doesn't taste anything like iron brew, but it's the colour of iron brew. That's not very. It hasn't got a very sweet taste, but then you've got this layer of vanilla foam or something to make the head of the beer, and you drink the soda through that, and it sweetens. It's really weird, but it's nice. Yeah, this was free. Yeah, you pick this up on your way in, and then you go around to all the stamp stations. You have to find them, and then you do your stamp. It was quite busy when we went because there was like 20 coach loads of kids turned up and from school trips. So there was always a fight over the stamps. But yeah, it was good. So yeah. And then because James obviously needed some assist, well, he's disabled basically. So they gave us all one of these lanyards so we could jump the queues and stuff. Yeah, it was good. There's so much like you can see. Like there's, I think I put some pictures on Facebook already, didn't I? But
yeah.
So the one with experience that you go once, and then you go again, but you see other things, things.
Yeah, there's so much to look at. Like,
yeah,
I think it'd take you a couple of times, but it was just amazing. Like, you've got models of the house elf there. Like that was really cool. So yeah, you pull up all the things. That's in the actual house. You could actually walk through the house, which was new, because when I last went, the house was locked off. But you actually get to go in to the house in Privet Drive. So yeah, it was amazing. Like everything's so like accurate, really.
Like a studio.
Yeah, I mean it's still where they filmed it. I took quite a few pictures of the triple decker bus. I think I put them in the group chat, but
London LT.
Yeah,
that would be a good Partwork to build.
Yeah, the night bus, 3 layers to it, and then you can push buttons around it, and like it does stuff. And then you got the car, like that was in the film. That was James and his friend.
Ford Anglia.
Yeah, so that was good. And then you sort of got the costume areas, and I don't want to ruin it all for you, but like you got loads. There's so much to look at, literally. All the workings, how the owl actually worked. So clever.
So real.
And that that book that eats you, the book.
Yes.
That's all the actual workings in it to make it do what it does. Like it's so.
Fair enough.
It's mad. Like there's so much you learn about it all. Like it was real. Like it was actually real, and it was all it's got wires and fiber optics and all sorts in there. Yeah,
we love the guy there.
But a really good day. So I think you'll really enjoy it, especially you like Harry Potter and that. There's so much to look at. You got all the real costumes hanging up that they would have worn.
Not a Harry Potter fan, but I like magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was Gringotts. It was absolutely, that was what you see in the film. And you actually stood in there, like, it's
Fuck
so
bang, isn't it?
almost real.
Mm.
So yeah, it was really, really good.
Orange Davis played one of them.
That's a really cool little model. Really cool to recreate something like that, actually. This was amazing, and you know the door, but it's all real. It all works.
Mm.
So a lot of the scenes you might think it's computer, but it's actually not. It's all mechanical.
To have the moving stairs.
Yeah, like that was the door to the vault. But you can see it actually. They show you the inner workings of actually how it works.
Mm.
There's a picture of me there, James. Yeah, it's really good. Anyway, it's so much to look at, like special effects and stuff, and yeah. Oh yeah, and that was obviously Diagon Alley. And you can see inside the actual shops and obviously where they filmed it. Olivia Anders, one shot. So yeah, really good, really good. So much, you can see there's so much to look at, and that isn't even halfway round yet. So
Was it called Diagon Alley or something?
yeah, Diagon Alley.
Is that based on that alleyway in York?
Yeah.
Where they've got a Harry Potter shop.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the blinking street now. What's one of the oldest streets in the country?
If you go down it, it's all Harry Potter themed. It's got Harry Potter shops and everything. I was going looking up. If it wasn't the Christmas, because we went in the Christmas market, didn't we?
Yeah.
If it wasn't the Christmas time, I would have probably spent more time down there. But that was good. It is the proper the beat on that kind of thing because of the way the streets are and all that, thin the way.
Right, okay, then we'll go cameras up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's another short one this week. So maybe next week a bit, hopefully Dave could be back as well, a bit more to do.
Oh, sorry, I just need to correct. It's 56 to get in. Yeah, not 54, whatever I said.
So thank you everybody for coming in and joining us, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to everybody in the chat, and I'll see you again next week, and I'll leave it to you guys to say goodbye.
Yeah, it's good night for me, and yeah, see you next week. All being well.
Good night from me as well.